Are you feeling better?
Yes, much. Really is remarkable, isn't it? Haven't I felt this well in years?
More tea?
No, thank you.
So, here we are again, the Doctor and Evelyn, just like old times.
Just like old times. Well, except for...
Oh, my appearance, you mean? Well, everyone changes, don't they? With me, it's just a little more abrupt and unpredictable. Still me, though, I promise.
Good.
I like that photograph.
Oh, yes. Good old Rossiter. He was a decent man, wasn't he, Doctor?
Handsome, too.
I do miss him. 10 years now since he passed away. I never thought I'd live to be so old.
You're not old. I'm old.
So, now you're back in the land of the living. What'll happen to that other you? The one Hex told me about, from the future.
Oh, he'll come back too, burning into existence somewhere. It won't be pleasant for him, but he'll survive. And my timeline will run to its previous course, I expect. More or less.
It is pretty, this little figure-of-8 pendant.
Yes, isn't it? I sent Ace, Hex and Ilsan away, up to the church on the hill.
Why?
I gave them a mission, made it sound important. They're young, they don't need to know what's to be done here.
Oh, Doctor, as if sending them away will make any difference.
I'm sorry?
You think they don't know already? They're not children. Ace and Hex look up to you. They learn from you. Perhaps you need to think a little more about what you're teaching them.
If you've got something to say, Evelyn...
Hex told me how you operate these days. The secrets, the lies, the schemes, his mother...
I didn't come here for a lecture.
Well, maybe it's high time you got one anyway. Yes, sometimes difficult things need to be done. You and I know that better than most. But deceit? What good does that do? Other than to teach Ace and Hex that it's all right to lie and to manipulate, so long as it all turns out all right in the end.
There are difficult things I must do, Evelyn. Me. Those things needn't affect Ace and Hex.
Oh, take your head out of the mechanics of the universe for 5 minutes and look what you're doing to them. What happened to you, Doctor?
I used to march around saying things like, "Don't worry, Evelyn, it'll all work out for the best in some way I haven't quite thought up yet." How did that work out for us? How did that work out for Cassandra Schofield? I need to be in control.
You can't control everything.
I can certainly try.
I'm sorry, Doctor, for what I said back then.
It was a long time ago. The lights have gone out across the valley. I can't see much past the edge of town now. How do you feel?
Like I'm watching a sunset from a long way away. We had some good times, didn't we? Caesar's parents, Charles Darwin, leaping from steam trains in the Wild West. Me in a spacesuit bouncing about Axos with that poor boy Brewster.
There it is. 4:30. 4.5 hours. Are you ready?
Don't you worry about me.
No. I never needed to, did I?
Well, this is touching.
Evelyn! It is my great displeasure to introduce nobody no one, Word Lord.
Hello there, Lazarus. Must be nice to return from beyond the grave, however briefly. Word to the wise. You want to keep an eye on your monkeys, Mr. Organ Grinder. They're learning to play your tune without you.
Excuse me?
A bit lame in the end, though, that Mobius chip. Dead data. Turns out you can see right through it. Not like your plan, eh? Channeling all that info through your brain, making it alive. That was clever. She was shoddy.
She?
You don't know. Oh, that's priceless.
I know enough to know that should I ever want to know, I only have to ask myself, what would I have done? I dare say the pieces will soon fall into place.
Well, quite.
What is it you want, word, Lord.
Hang on. Oh, you're another one, aren't you? The universe is full of Time Lord helper monkeys.
It's nice to have friends.
And this is Grandma's house, is it? Oh, it's cosy. Who's the proud old duffer in the picture?
You stay away from that.
Oops. Butterfingers.
You animal.
So anyway, how am I going to get rid of you, Doctor? You just keep coming back and coming back. You're like Columbo in a hat.
You could just give it up as a bad job.
Funny you should say that, because you know what I've been thinking? That living matters more trouble than it's worth. So I'm going to rub it out. All of it. You're all nasty anyway with your eating and your sweating and your functions.
Charming.
So I'm going to kill everything. Everything that crawls, grows, wiggles and swims in all of reality. Bang! The whole lot. Finished. Kaput. Finito completo. Gone. How's that for a plan?
Nobody has that sort of power.
Evelyn!
I can't believe you said that. That might be the biggest own goal in history.
Wordlord, please, don't do this.
Pay attention, Doctor. For my next trick, I'm going to wipe out every single matter creature that ever lived. Past, present, future, everything. You two are going last, so you can enjoy the show.
Listen, please, don't. You have a choice.
No. Sorry, you've lost me.
See that front door? Walk through it now. Go. Leave our reality forever and never come back.
Beg me.
I'm begging you.
No. Okay, here we go. The end of all life as you know it. Hold on to your hats, kids. The Great Telcarthinian Empire. All dead. The Hemvalian Collective. All dead. Every Time Lord except for the Doctor. Dead. Every human except for Grandma. Dead. All Daleks. All Sontarans. Fish. Plants, insects, birds, and everything else with legs, arms, feelers, eyes, cells, wings, feathers, scales, skin, leaves, roots, cell division, DNA, servos, and simple or complex proteins outside of this room is dead! Done! Kabam! Over! Finished! Ha! How do you like them apples, Doctor?
Nobody, what have you done?
Wasn't it brilliant? Nobody, no one. The first being in the whole multiverse to commit ultricide. A billion, billion, billion. Billion, 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 billion living things wiped out, annihilated, eradicated, and obliterated by me. Ooh! I've got a bit of a god rush.
You are a monster.
Thank you very much. And for my encore, Cordis Pistol. Let's wrap things up, shall we? Bye-bye, Grandma. Oh, bye-bye, Doctor. No more back and forths. No more witty retorts. Let's see you Columbo your way out of this one, Time Lord.
Just one more thing.
What? I don't believe this. Why aren't you dead? Why isn't she dead? Hang on! Where's the door gone?
I had to know, Doctor. I wasn't sure I could contain his powers, but I had to know he'd really do it.
It's all right, Evelyn. I understand.
What in the blue blazes is going on here?
You haven't killed anyone or anything because you are inside the Handervale. This is the Handervale, and out there I am speaking it.
Impossible!
You were never inside that Mobius chip, nobody. Whoever made you think you were, they tricked you.
What?
The chip was a red herring. It wasn't the pendant round Captain Stillwell's neck that drew you in and trapped you. It was the Handervale in his mind.
The great living story was not in that sick grunt's mind.
Oh, yes, it was. Whose ear was my older self whispering away into when we brought him out of the Forge crater all that time ago? Captain Stillwell's. Unit thought he was in a coma, but then they wouldn't know how to spot a story speaker, would they?
The Doctor and Ace collected Captain Stillwell and brought him here, to Pelichan, where I agreed for the Handervale to be transferred from the Captain into me.
Why?
Because out there in the real world, I'm still lying on that lecture hall floor. There's nothing anyone can do. I'm dying.
But that means...
Yes, the Handervale is dying too. It's been shrinking quietly. Now there's only this room left. A room with no doors.
And you're here telepathically,
Yes.
so you can get out.
Yes.
But there's no way out for me.
Not anymore.
When Evelyn Rossiter dies, the story dies, I die.
Yes.
Why did you beg if you knew this, Doctor?
I wasn't begging for anyone else's lives, nobody. I was begging for yours.
We asked you to go, but you wouldn't. No one really dies on Pelichan. That's something they're always saying round here.
Oh, I'm going to die.
You left me no choice.
Doctor, the lights are failing. I think it's time. You need to go.
Wait, I have one last story. A little history lesson for you before the end. It's not Hand of Vale, it's Hand of All. All was one of the greatest word lords who ever lived, the founder of our society. The Hand of All was his finest creation. A living synthetic reality made from purest language. But the Hand of All didn't just contain one little world. Oh no, it was an entire universe. And inside that universe there were other pocket worlds, miniature hands of all. What I'm saying, Doctor, is you may have trapped me in a place where reality is made entirely from words and speech, but how do you know I didn't beat you to the punch? How do you know this isn't simply one of those pocket worlds, and out there you've spent decades travelling in an entire universe made only of words and sounds without ever realising?
I don't. But then, you're a word lord. You'll say anything.
Doctor, the lights. You have to go.
Goodbye, Evelyn.
Goodbye, Doctor. And thank you for everything.
I shall miss you.
As the lights grew faint around her, and the word lord paced the shrinking room in silence, Evelyn Rossiter sat quietly, without fear, thinking about her friend, the doctor, her doctor, with his bright coat and bravado, and all their wonderful adventures together, in time and space.
You all right, Hex?
I think so, yeah.
They want the coffin bearers out the front. We're all doing this together, right?
Right. I should go and find Sam.
Professor says you're coming with us tomorrow. Thought after all this you want to stay here with your girlfriend.
I would stay. Only...
What?
That other doctor. The older one. Was he really trying to make us happy, do you think? Or was it all just part of some massive scheme? Was he better than our doctor in the end, or a million times worse?
I don't know.
There was something he said about telling lies because you think you know what's best.
Right.
Well, the thing is, the whole time I was here, I was on at San to talk to her mum, telling her how my mate Dan never got to make it up with his dad, how she should seize the day and all that. I wanted her to be happy.
So?
I never had a mate called Dan. And that's how it starts, isn't it? I'm scared I'm getting like him, Ace. Like the doctor.
Stay, Hex. If that's what you want.
You could have stayed in London with your Henry Noon. But you didn't. Why? What really happened to you, Ace?
I chose my future. Come on, Schofield. Let's do this.
And so we commit Evelyn Rossiter's body to the ground, in the knowledge that Mother Pelichan shall provide a warm bed for her eternal rest. Evelyn's friend the Doctor would now like to say a few words. Doctor?
Thank you. Words have power. Evelyn Rossiter knew the power of words and the great good that comes from sharing them. I'd like to say a few words about Evelyn. Professor Smythe was